But I hate this area, especially if it's on your continent, right? Like, I didn't mind coring that Berber land because it wasn't on my continent. But this would just... It would cost me the same... It would just be really shit, and I'm not dealing with that. Don't eat me, Florry. Oh man, I hope the Ottomans are gonna lose this battle, really? Okay, they're changing direction. Shit, do the Ottomans have any claims on this? Because they might decide to keep that land for themselves. No. Okay. This war has been a lot easier than I thought it would be. Now, it says we're going to take a river crossing penalty, but I sincerely doubt that, because I've got 4 maneuver and he's got nothing, so... I don't... This is so not going to be a stack wipe. Well, we can try. I doubt it, though. You could eat Ryazan and release Astrakhan. I could do that, but that would not really do a whole lot for me. Because this is Georgian cultured, right? This is Dagestani culture. These guys aren't going to lose their cores on this. The Caucasus is just a pain in the dick to deal with, so... Can I use multiple generals in one fight? Yeah, sort of. But only one will apply his fire and shock pips. But suppose you have one general with 5 fire and 5 shock, and another general with 5 siege, and you put both of those on that siege, he's going to use the 5 siege to siege down, and the 5 shock and fire when you get into a battle. So, there is that. Oh, now that makes me sad. Kinda want to arrive on the 2nd of April here. I'm gonna need to time it pretty well, because he's going to leave on the 3rd of April. Time it is! Ooh, perfect timing. Myself a tick of morale, consolidate my regiments. It's probably going to delete like half of my mercenaries, but... And if we get good rolls, we're stack wiping him. Actually, scratch that. We're fucking stack wiping that because he still thinks he's a horde for some reason. Well, not if he rolls like that. No, whatever. I could retreat and have. No, I wouldn't be able to. Whatever. He's dead. There's no way. There we go. I don't know if these guys are gonna die, but... At least we'll have the Ottomans on our side, so... Well, they're gonna lose, but we're definitely not going to stack wipe those. He says, whilst he watches that morale plummet into the sky, what the... Okay. Yeah, no, I figured that wasn't gonna happen. Oh shit. Shoo. But really at this point I should just let them fire, it's fine. If you stack armies, did the general apply their maneuver each for their own army, or does the whole stack get reduced attrition from the best general? No, the stack with the highest maneuver is going to get the reduction. And that army is also going to move faster. But if you get a dude and he crosses the river with 4 maneuver, and another guy reinforces that army later, you're still not going to get a river crossing penalty. I think, but the game is a little bit dodgy about that, so don't quote me on that. Yeah, man, I'm gonna get PP points for days out of this war. As far as the Ottomans is concerned, what am I gonna ask of you? I'll have to see. I want to take as little Asian land as possible, so I want to just kind of, you know, do that. It's 128%. Kind of just want to like do this. Which is only 75% war score, so that'll do wonders for me. Russians have a considerable army, yeah, but it sucks though because they think they're a naval civ. It's so fucking funny though. Dynamic idea groups. AI will now pick ideas depending on the situation. Fucking 11 ports, 18 ships. Let's spend all of the points into being good at sea. That is just... War reparations too. I could ask for that, but this war against Muscovy is going to take a really long time if I want all of that. So I don't think we'll be doing just that. Shit. Can I get something that's going to help me stack wipe people? Like a morale dude or something of the sort? Ah, a discipline guy. I could even get a trader. What am I gonna do with a trader? Well, I don't know. That might net me more money than it's costing me. I seriously doubt it, though. And once again, I really don't need to dip. Probably want to reinforce that. In fact, we might get a stack of wipe. Yeah, we might actually get a stack of wipe here. Depending on what these Muscovites are going to do. I'm not about to get heretics. Got plenty more other provinces to convert, so we'll convert those first. He's gonna be reinforcing that. Oh shit, now I can't reinforce. Oh. Well, I may have screwed myself over here because of my insisting on stack wiping this guy. I might catch this one. It's worth a shot because joining over here whilst this is going on is certainly not going to work. And I didn't catch him. Yeah, I done goofed there. That's what I was saying. Sometimes it's just not worth it to try to stack wipe shit, because you end up doing really weird shit, and it usually makes you end up losing battles that you should have won easily. I reckon we're still gonna win that, though. The Russians really suck. It doesn't matter if they have a never-ending supply of guys, I suppose. Yeah, well, back in the day, when they had set idea groups that they would pick, they picked expansion the moment they had a port. If they had a port, they would pick expansion. Now, well, they have a port and they're like, oh my god, so many ports, I have to get real good at Navy. I'm assuming, I just don't understand, like, what the fuck, man. The glorious Russian Navy. Indestructible. They're actually going to have a really strong navy. That's the funny part, but, like, what are they gonna do with that? Actually, no, they're not going to have a strong navy, because they only have 18 ports. Well, those ships are going to be... they're going to be the Prussia of the sea. Not even that. Great Britain's gonna come along and they're gonna be like, Britannia rules the waves. And that's gonna be the end of that. You really want that shit, don't you? Yeah. He really wants my vassal's provinces. Because he got that mission. Unfortunate. It's the downside of giving that to a vassal, I suppose. Siberia's a money sink anyway? No. You do make money off of that. Not a whole lot, but you still make money. It's not like you don't make money. And I'll piece this guy out as soon as I can get this. It's gonna take a while though. Let's try and get a siege guy in here. Well, Theodoro's on medium. I won't be able to ask anything. I won't be able to ask anything off of them. Because, you know... what? Really? You rejected that peace offer? Well, why don't you go ahead and die in a fire then, you piece of dong. And now he would accept the offer. I just don't understand. Maybe I just accidentally misclicked there, but don't really see how. Well, this is surely going to be glorious. Gosh, glorious. Should stop doing that. Hey, Theodoro, you want to like leave that battle? Of course not, because the battle's ongoing. Now he'd be willing to peace out. I know what happened. The Ottomans was blockading that, and then they stopped or some bullshit like that. No, because they weren't in a battle when it happened. Okay, so I could either finish up religious ideas, which is really silly for me, and there's no need. Tolerance to the true faith is quite useful, but really I want to finish up admin and start getting my my next idea group. Besides, the mercenary maintenance is going to do wonders for my income, I reckon. Got a whole bunch of mercenary scumbags, so... Boom! Ah! It is good to be the High Chief. High Chief Bernie Sanders the first Saud. Saud. Is that just Saudi? So it would be Saud. Saud. I don't know. Is that the Saudi dynasty? Is it Saud? I don't think so. No, that would be ridiculous. Yeah, it would be absolutely ridiculous. I'm sure that dynasty didn't exist. Until like really late into life. What the hell, aren't you Indian? Well, this war went a lot better than I thought. Look, it's only been 3 years. See, I said this before, but you gotta invade Russia from like the south or the east. Like invading them from the west just ends up just sucking. It's like this should be protocol at this point in West Point and all those places. It's like I don't understand. Like, from the west, you get tons of trouble. From the east, nothing. Nothing. Just falls flat. They don't know what to do. They just don't know what to do anymore. It's like you get 20% morale bonus versus them or something because they're just so confused. They're like, what? People attacking from the east? I don't understand. What the buzz? Yes, that is the Saudi dynasty. Oh, that is so good. Also, the reason why I picked Bernie Sanders before there's gonna be like 4 Americans now. Oh my god, this guy picked Bernie Sanders. I'm gonna go over to the Netherlands and murder him in his sleep. I just picked him because he's Jewish and I'm Jewish. I have no political allegiance. I'm a ghost. Yeah. Although I suppose well, I don't know. It's a risky business. But you know, he's pretty popular on the internet. Still though, there's gonna be like 2 people that are gonna be really upset. Don't worry, I've also played as Trump. Let revolutionary Russia happen. Those are reactionaries, not revolutionary. Oh, wow, they both spawned at exactly the same time. That is awfully interesting. The Russians are making me spend a whole lot of my manpower, though. That is without a doubt quite sad. Hey, on the plus side, after I've pieced them out, I can just, you know. Let Ryazan stay on the back burner whilst I fight my rebels, which is just fine by me. Really, merchants? Again? I can't even give them enough land. Nope, I just can't give them enough land. So they're gonna be upset with me. Oh well. Now you know how Napoleon felt? Oh, bitch, please. He only touched Moscow. I'm already in Novgorod. Weren't they going to add a new civ in Eastern Europe? Ah, yeah, they added a new tag in between Ryazan and Lithuania. It's called ODF, and I'll bet you two cents it's going to be a Lithuanian vassal, because it was annexed by Lithuania in 1440. So it was annexed before the game started. Well, not annexed, it got conquered, so it's supposed to be a Lithuanian vassal, right? That's what it's supposed to be. Might not be the case, but it's supposed to be a Lithuanian vassal. So, does it start in 1444? Yes. It starts in 1444, but it got conquered before the time period, so if that is, in fact, the ODF that I have read about, then it should be a vassal of Lithuania, but don't quote me on that. And I'm assuming it is, because there's not a whole lot of source material on ODF. Well, probably is, but not a whole lot of easy to find shit on ODF, so if they have found what I found in a quick little search, then it's probably gonna be a vassal of Lithuania. God damn, sieging this guy down without a war goal is just so slow. Also, when can I ask for points again? $8 years. No. Oh, die, please, die. Shut it. Die, please, die. Let's not pray for his life. Let's pray for his death. Come on. Come on, you piece of ass. Die. Oh! See what we got. Oh, fucking shit. That guy's even worse. Oh, God. Guy's even worse. See, if I were in Ryuka mode right now, I'd keep closing the game down until we can get a really good air. Because it's predetermined whether or not your air dies or not, so I could just keep re-rolling until I get a 666. But, I want to change. I want to not do that anymore. Oh hell, Saudi Trump. Yeah, I know. I might just get like an heir that I get to choose the name from, and then I guess I'll choose Trump. Otherwise, people are gonna be like, "Oh, you fucking socialist bastards!" Dare. The seed of Bernie Sanders is not worth its weight in grain. I'll give you that. Build a wall on the Caucasus. Make Georgia great again. Okay. Yeah, 14-7, and then the ruling dynasty from ODF got some land from Ivan III of Russia. When did they get the land from Russia? Because then we might have a thing here. And again, if we did get the land from fucking Ivan III of Russia, it's gonna be a Muscovite vassal with a core on Lithuania. I doubt that's really what happens though. Well, we'll have to see. I'm pretty excited. But they're either gonna be a Muscovite vassal then, or they're gonna be a Lithuanian vassal, one or the other. Some Paradox employees watching this. Fuck, we made them independent. Holy shit, fuck. Middle of the 15th century. Whatever. Did Russia even exist in the 15th century? No, of course not. Don't be silly. That's not gonna be a stackway. Should be able to call that a little sooner, but oh well. What is going on with you? Why do you need so many rebels, you piece of dong? Ugh. Well, we've already got a call for peace at this point. Right, so I can't take all this that I want to take here. It's just too long of a war to completely occupy Muscovy. So, what we are going to do instead is humiliate him. Ask for some war rep. Wait, let's first check out what peace deal we're going to ask off of Ryazan. That would probably make a whole lot more sense.